So the weight room space currently at Evanston is used to provide strength and conditioning opportunities for our student athletes in season and off season, as well as the 9 periods of physical education.
Mostly our advanced strength training class. A portion of our sophomore curriculum gets an opportunity to be in there, as well as a few of our junior-senior courses.
We also have an intramural program, which students who aren't involved in a sport but still want to be connected to the high school.
Depending on the sport that I'm in, I use it for my core, my legs.
I tore my ACL. I use a Stairmaster a lot, and I also use a leg press, but the leg press we have is kind of old-fashioned, and you can't use it individually. It's hard to use individually without a spotter.
The equipment that you see behind me is antiquated. It's all from 1991. With the vision that we have for the Wildkit Wellness Center and all of the open space, it's going to allow us to train much more functionally.
Being functional means, our strength, but with everyday life movement patterns, meaning can we lunge, can we squat?
The name weight room is kind of intimidating in itself, and I've talked with my students about that. This space is a space for students, not only athletes, not only boys, this is a space for anybody.
I use the weight room now for recreational use just because I like to feel healthy, and I got to a point after I stopped playing sports that I was really, really lazy. Then I joined advanced strength training, and then I met a whole bunch of people that like to work out.
There are things you can do in wellness. You don't need a place like Valley to go to, or LA Fitness, but it starts in a wellness class. It starts with your physical education teacher. It starts at Evanston Township.
Having the opportunity to travel around the United States with our basketball team, we've played it all over across the Midwest, the East Coast, and you see what other schools have out there, and you can tell that our facility is lagging or lacking behind.
There's not one other top athletic program in our area that doesn't have an advanced strength and conditioning facility. I feel like we've been able to stay close with a lot of those programs despite having a lack of facilities, but I definitely recognize that this is an opportunity for us to catch up.
This facility is not on par with our competitors, which is not the way it is in our other facilities. So it's very out of place, like here. We've got an awesome football stadium, a great basketball gym. Something that I haven't talked about are our students with special needs. Because of the isolation of this equipment, if you've got a shoulder that doesn't function properly, or you have a limb that's longer than the other one, you're taking yourself out of the ability to use some of this stuff right off the bat because they don't adjust.
It's usually super cold outside from the end of November all the way usually into the middle of April, so having this space throughout that period of time is going to be super important for athletes that are training in the off-season and training for their sport.
The new Wildkit Wellness and Performance Center will directly impact all students. So studies have shown that exercise and physical activity improve brain function and cognitive ability. So giving them this inclusive space where they can work out and where they're involved in a course that is at this higher level thinking will not only improve their academic performance in physical education class, but in all courses throughout their day and throughout their curriculum.